A lot of people are saying that the newest Pokemon set is coming out too quickly for TCG Pocket and that it needs to slow down in general, so I thought we'd talk about that today. I've seen this pop up a few times when a set comes out, and I do hear people, but I actually disagree and think that the rate at which sets are released is actually fine. They've been consistently releasing once per month since the game came out after all, so at least they're consistent with it. If anything, I think it's important that it stays the rate it's at least with the game the way it currently stands. Also, if you want a good indication of when a new set's going to come out, look at the timing of the ranking season when that drops, because when it ends, it's a pretty good sign that the next set will follow soon after, along with the new ranked season. The reason I say it's fine has multiple facets to it. Sure, they could slow the game down in terms of set releases, but the issue with that is that the game doesn't really have an awful lot else going on. So without new cards to keep the game fresh and turning over, all you end up with is stale metas from the player's perspective, and to the collectors who've spent money, they just lose interest quicker. If there were a more active cycle of events and a wider variety of them while we're at it, I think that would be a much better situation to slow things down in, and I'd actually encourage it the same as a lot of you guys would. We've actually lost event types since ranked became a thing. Also, trading becomes a lot more prevalent with set cycles happening at the speed they do, and in terms of playability, you could acquire everything from the previous set pretty easily if you factor in trading. Unless you're a new player, but that's a discussion for another video because I think the game is awful for newcomers right now. And if you're trying to collect everything in a set, including 2 stars and up, it's meant to be difficult. And if you're expecting to be able to do that without spending some serious money, I'd give up while you're ahead. What it ultimately comes down to, I think, is if the game did slow down to, say, releasing a set every 2 months instead of 1, what's going to keep the player coming back? If you're super casual and just open your packs and close the app, then realistically, you're not the audience the game's trying to cater to, hence the release schedule being what it is. They want people to have things to be excited about on a regular basis, and their current event schedule doesn't do that for the most part. Ranked is enough for some players, but certainly not all. So I'd like to ask you, if they did slow releases down, how much slower do you think it needs to be, and do you think it would actually be good for the game to do it? Let us know in the comments because I'd love to hear you guys' opinions too.